Hey there YouTube, this is Toy Customizer Wakeangel2K1 appearing in front of camera again for a quick vlog. The reason I'm here is because Toy Fair has come and gone, you know, where all the toy companies talk about the new products that they'll be putting out over the next year. And I figured I'd chip in my 2 cents about it because, you know, my channel's pretty toy-centric, in case you haven't noticed. Okay, so, as for new Sonic toys, I wish I could say a lot about Jazzwares, but I haven't heard much news about them. Except that they apparently canceled their Metal Sonic and Amy Rose plushes. But they're still apparently making the Silver plush. Because we all know how much more popular a character Silver is than Amy Rose and Metal Sonic, right? I really don't get what Jazzwares is doing. It's like they're intentionally trying to kill the Sonic line at this point. Like, either that or someone in the Jazzwares company has a massive fan-on for Silver because, well, remember how I posted on my DeviantArt, I posted a journal a little while ago about how Jazzwares has canceled their classic Knuckles and Rouge the Bat figures, at least for now. But they did still make the Sir Galahad Silver figure from the Black Knight series. I mean, their priorities are really messed up. Like, who do we make more? Classic Knuckles and Rouge the Bat? 2 characters that fans have been wanting us to make for like 2 or 3 years at least? Or Sir Galahad Silver, a variant of a character that's not all that popular, who only appeared in the multiplayer of a game that came out like 4 years ago. I mean, not only was Sir Galahad... Like, Sir Galahad is one of the last characters you should be making for Black Knight. You should be making the characters that appeared in the story mode first. That would be Gawain Knuckles, Percival Blaze, Blacksmith Tails. Heck, you should even be making Nimue Amy Rose before you go making Galahad. I mean, are they gonna make Jet next? Is the Black Knight version of Jet, which one was he? Lamorak, I think. Were they gonna make him? It's kind of dumb. Okay. However, there is some new Sonic toy news that I saw. Like, Tomy announced they showed the first prototypes of their Sonic Boom figures. So let's take a look at what those are like. So here are the Sonic Boom toys. There's no Knuckles yet. In terms of sculpt, they look great. They look just like the characters in the preview images we've seen. From what I can see, they say that these are just prototypes. So they probably aren't really complete figures yet. They don't look like they have the same level of articulation that the Jazzwares figures do. At least looking at it, I don't see any visible knee or elbow joints. But again, they could just be like they probably just took 3D renders and put them in a 3D printer, and they're just very basic at this point, because the line probably isn't actually going to come out until around the release of the cartoon. So this is going to be months away. I have to see something closer to release, something more close to a final product before I can really criticize anything about them. Yeah, so unfortunately that's all I really know about Sonic news, but you know, there is another toy line I'm really super interested in. It's the Transformers, of course. And, you know, with the new Transformers 4 coming out this summer, Hasbro is expecting a few $100 million in box office money to be boosting up their budget for the next year or 2. So we have got so many new Transformers toys. Of course, there's the movie license stuff, and I actually think the movie stuff looks pretty good this time. I never really liked the movie aesthetic very much. I always kind of saw it as like skeletal robots dressed in car parts rather than Transformers. But this year they seem to have tweaked the aesthetic a little bit, so they look a lot nicer. They have an Optimus Prime done in the movie aesthetic, but with a G1 accurate color scheme and alt mode that looks pretty awesome. The new Dinobots are pretty freaking cool. I mean, for the little kids, they have some new flip changers, like toys that transform in a single movement. That's kind of cool. I mean, maybe not for adult collectors like me that actually like the puzzle aspect of Transformers, but you know, to make good looking toys for kids, that's nice. That's great. Of course, the line that I really focus on is the Generations line. They got some great new stuff coming for Generations, and I want to focus on just the one that I'm really super interested in. It's of course the fan-built bot, Windblade. Now, Windblade is a very unique Transformer in that she was, last year, Hasbro put up a poll challenging the fans to design a new Transformer. Yeah, so they put up various questions like Autobot or Decepticon, male or female, what would it transform into, what would the general color scheme be, you know, questions like that. And personally, I wanted a female Transformer, preferably an Autobot, who could transform into a jet. I didn't really care much about the color scheme or weapons, I just wanted a new female Transformer. And so when I heard that Windblade got announced, I was pretty... That's pretty much exactly what I wanted. Like, yay! All my dreams have come true, you know? So, Windblade has had a bit of an uphill battle in the fandom community. Like, when they first released a preview image of, like, a concept drawing of her, some people thought it looked kind of weird. I think that was just kind of like it was a hastily drawn picture. Maybe the art style was a little bit off, you know, like, I wanted to really see the toy first. Well, now that the prototype of Windblade has finally been shown off, let's take a look at her. And so here she is, the much anticipated Windblade figure. I think she looks pretty amazing. Yeah, her proportions look fantastic. That head sculpt is amazingly detailed. It's one of the biggest, most detailed head sculpts I've ever seen on a Generations class figure. She has nice, slender, feminine proportions, but still looks, you know, good. From this front angle, it's hard to see how her wings attach to her back. I had to see how much kibble she has hanging off of her back, but just from this, the toy definitely looks great. Even if I wasn't invested in it from it basically being the fan-built robot that I wanted to see, I probably still really want her, because this is just an amazing looking toy. And here is her jet mode. That would make Windblade the first official female jet. I mean, Slipstream. I made a custom using the Prime Starscream mold, and they did release her for the Transformers Collector Club, but that was as a re-release of the Starscream mold. This is the first official female character to actually get a toy that is a jet in alt mode. And it's a pretty good looking jet. It looks a little bit broad and flat. It doesn't look like a fast maneuverable plane, not like an F-15 like Starscream used to turn into. This kind of looks more like a bomber. I love the VTOLs in the wings. It's probably like if she'll just hover over you and drop bombs. That's kind of how I see it. It's a pretty good looking jet. Definitely unique. It's her. I kind of would like to see it repainted. Like this could be the official Slipstream that they release at retail when they start to reuse the mold, and I'd buy it again. Wow, I am a sucker for female robots. And so yeah, that was Slipstream. Now, before I go, I just wanted to talk about some of the controversies that surrounded Slipstream when she was, you know, announced. One was when I went down to the TF Wiki, I read up on her, and a lot of people accused her of looking like a fan character. And I know, right? I mean, she was a character created by the fans. and she looks like a fan character. Shock and awe! That has to be the dumbest criticism I ever heard of anything ever. She's a fan character. Wow, I don't think I've ever burst out laughing in front of camera like that. The other is less funny. I found out about this when I was reading David Willis's Short Pack webcomic, and it seems that a fair portion of the community negatively reacted to her because she's a girl. Yeah, apparently their complaints come from the fact that she's being put into the IDW comic as a character, and for some reason or other in that continuity somebody said that there's not that the Transformers are supposed to be a genderless race, and having a female gender identity kind of messes with things. You know, male is also a gender identity. You know, like male, Caucasian human male is not the default setting for life form. You know, just so you know. That always confused the crap out of me, because RC is a thing in it. I mean, I guess she's in there because of Legacy, but they actually had to write a whole stupid plot line about G-Haxis and her going insane, and the fact that before RC was really introduced, you could see in the background there were female Transformers before, so, like, what the heck makes RC so sad? I don't get it. The whole idea of making the Transformers genderless, it seems to be a very dumb idea that just doesn't tack on to what the average person would know of Transformers, because, you know, in the cartoons, which are in the media, that's the thing that most people know about Transformers. A lot more people watch the Transformers cartoons than read the comics. Just like a lot more people play the Sonic video game than they read Sonic's comics. And, well, there've always been female Transformers. You had the female Autobots. They were a resistance group on Cybertron, led by Lita 1. You had RC introduced in the first animated movie. You had Black Arachnia and Air Razor from the Beast Wars cartoon. They introduced Botanica and Beast Machines. And the Unicron trilogy, you had like Slipstream. They also had Strika and Beast Machines. I know someone's going to mention that. In the Transformers Prime line, not only did the Transformers Prime line make 4 different molds for RC, they also introduced 2 new female characters, Arachnid and Ripclaw, even though Ripclaw was never actually in the show, but she did make it to the toy line. And they made the first retail version of Flame War, who was in the comic books. I mean, maybe under a different publisher, but Flame War is a comic book character. I mean, what I'm trying to get is I don't get the whole Transformers aren't supposed to be female thing. That seems like, it's really dumb. I mean, you heard me laughing my ass off at those people before, so... Well, actually I was laughing my ass off, like, yeah. Yeah, this is much more malicious. I laugh at the people who say she looks like a fan character, but I really don't understand why people rejected her for being female. And if you think about it, despite the fact that there have been lots of female Transformers, the Generations line, which is the main line that adult collectors like, it has never had its own female mold. I think maybe Crystal Widow was released under its brand, but probably back when it was called Classics to Universe, but that was just a re-release of the Black Arachnia mold from Beast Machines, which is a cartoon mold. So this means that Windblade has the honor of being the first female mold made for the Generations line. I always thought it was going to be RC. I was hoping to see an RC before I saw anything else. But yeah, like, if Windblade sells well, it might encourage Hasbro to make more female molds. We could probably get a Lita 1, RC. Maybe they'll make a Beast Wars version of Black Arachnia and Air Razor. You know, because they made Rat Trap and Waspinator and Rhinox. Maybe they can make us a Black Arachnia and Air Razor. That would be cool. Then again, you know, you all know my Robophile-ness, so take that as you will. But I think it will be a good idea. Alright, so now I'm just kind of starting to ramble here, so I'm just going to let you know that I'm Wakeangel2K1, and I am signing off.